Diamond FM always on top of a game. It is a very good morning and Inspirational Wednesday, as we always do it every Wednesday. And today it is a very special Wednesday because we've got a guest, a surprise guest. One Arthur Marara, the most sought after man.
Thank you so much.
He is a motivational speaker. So welcome to Diamond FM.
Thank you. Finally, it's really good to be in the studios. I think we've been doing this remotely, but finally it's amazing just to spend some time with you.
Absolutely. So, you can't just go. You're here. You can't just go without giving us some inspiration. It's Inspirational Wednesday. So, we just want a boost of how we can go about, because I know there's so many people who are down. There's so many things that are going on. Yeah, so we might just need one or two words to motivate us.
You know what? I'll pick something from one of my books called Noone is Coming.
Right.
And I think that's one of the most exciting pieces of inspiration that you can ever hear in life.
Interesting.
That no one is coming to change your life for you. Because you see, we live in a time where people think that someone is going to knock from somewhere and say, I'm here to fix your finances. They'll knock, I'm here to fix your relationship, I'm here to fix your children. It doesn't work that way. No one is coming to change your life. So one of my favorite stories is in 2 Kings chapter 7, verse 3. It says, now the 4 leprous men sit in the entrance of the gate, and they say to one another, why are we sitting here until we die? Fundamental question, where you get to a point where you begin to ask yourself questions, fundamental questions. And these guys, they actually realized they could actually sit. They were lepers, by the way.
Yes.
Valid excuses, by the way. We are lepers. We are outcasts. Society has not been kind on us. And this is the point. The mere fact that life has not treated you well doesn't entitle you to be better by virtue of that. You see, we live in a generation where people think their life should be better because they started off in an unfair background. Wakafirwa, etc. But you see, akuna shop so far in our town. Inima special prices for Nerida.
No.
The price of bread is the same, whether wakafirwa, whether wakarambwa, whether on a heartbreak, whether the price of bread is the same. Meaning, you need to wake up to that reality, to that understanding that no one is coming to fix things for you. Take responsibility. So the 4 lepers asked themselves, but why are we sitting here until we die? So what did they do? They started a conversation, which is what I want to challenge people this day. Learn to start the conversation that will inspire change, conversation that will inspire transformation. Because majority of the times we're spending right energy on the wrong conversations.
All right.
We're spending right amounts of power doing things that are powerless. In other words, they can't change our lives. So they said, why are we sitting here until we die? And they realized you can actually sit, you can actually die. Can I tell you something?
Wakagara.
Uchito nemachemera urikuita iwawo imba. Unotovigwa nevanoita mari. Uchingochema. And I've made the point that ukasangwara unosvika pakuchemwa uchingochema. That's why you need to be very, very courageous with yourself, to have uncomfortable conversations with yourself, and ask yourself, why are you sitting until you die? And that requires you to have these conversations and to understand that there's nobody who is actually going to come and raise you. Nobody's going to come to lift you. Do something about your life. And this is what I want to challenge people, to do something about their life, because nobody is just going to walk in and say, no, it doesn't work that way. So take personal responsibility for your life. And the point that I always make is there are two things in life. It's either you're complaining or you're taking action. But you can't do both.
It's either or.
It's either or. It's either you're making history or you're becoming history.
Okay.
You can't do both. It's either you're going up or you're going down. You can't do both. You have to choose one. So in this environment, in this economic environment, do something that takes you up, because nobody is coming.
All right, great words there. And the fact that you are talking about a book that you have written, and you're also taking the inspiration from the Word of God, just shows that there is nothing that is impossible. Because I'll tell you, so many times we talk to people like, I can't start a business because I don't have somebody to give me capital. I can't do something. So I like the fact that
true. In fact, can I tell you something? If you really want to do something, you find a way. If you don't, you find an excuse.
All right.
Let me make things easy. Muna anofamba nefoni $500 ari mukombi. Okuzati handina start. Chaasitorina munhu haasi start, haangorina seriousness chete. Because if you truly want to transform your life, you can change your life. If you truly want to change your life, you don't start your luxury. You start with what you have. You start from where you are. Kune chinhu chinonzi sweat equity. I think kanimambo chinzwa ichocho. Kumbotanga neziya chairo. It's a form of capital. Kumbotaura no inini kandoona kuti mbokubatsira kumbogeza mota dzenyedzi for the next 2 weeks. Inini ndoona kuti mboyacho mbokubatsira kwacha hembe. Mondipoka mari kakati. People who are desperately ready to change their lives. They're not looking for excuses. By the way, Zimbabwe, the conditions are right for Chirombe. Because there's so many reasons to explain why Orirombe. What are no inflation? What is what are no Ambraya school? What is what are El Nino? Chirombe, Zimbabwe is the easiest hobby or occupation because my reasons are Kawanda, Haripo, or to Fundagafir. It's very possible. So it's up to you to actually say, I'm going to run with these excuses, or I'm actually going to do something about the life. But both ways. No one is coming to change your life. And that's one thing that you need to realize. No one is coming to change your life.
Well, I batwa when you were talking right there. Diamond FM always on top of the game. We are in the program Inspirational Wednesday. And of course, we've got Mr. Arthur Marara. He is a motivational speaker. He's an author. He's a lawyer. He's just so many things. Maybe just a little bit of background. Did you think you could become all this as you're growing up? Or this is something that you also managed to maneuver? We also want to know because
Can I actually answer by life is a function of choices. Nobody is where they are by accident. We are where we are. For me, number one, grace of God. Number two, choices. And life revolves around your ability to manage a choice. So I'm a lawyer. I had to realize, for me to be able to do this, I need to get certain qualifications in my A-levels. I also need to ensure that when I go through university, I take advantage of the opportunity and ensure that you also go through the grades. But most importantly, realize, no, after I've got a degree, it's not enough. I need to add value to my qualifications. In other words, discover yourself beyond what you have formally qualified. And one of the main reasons many people are actually in trouble now, let me tell you this. Many people are stranded because of qualifications.
All right.
I have a diploma in engineering. No, I did sciences. I'm waiting for opportunity. No opportunity is going to come and knock for you. Make a decision. What am I going to do now? How can I position myself better? And what can I do with what I have? And these are the conversations and the choices that I want people to realize. You are the sum total of the choices that you've made. And you're also the sum total of the opportunities that you used and the opportunities that you wasted. And guess what? Don't waste the next opportunity.
Absolutely. And I am honored to have this opportunity of talking to you, just getting these nuggets of wisdom. And I hope somebody out there, Kumba, is also being helped. And I like the fact that you talked about the certificates. I was going to come to that because we've got so many people who are at home. We say, Tinema graduate Akawanda. And then we also have a lot of people who are actually going out of the country because in Zimbabwe, we have never opportunities. Do you have something for us who've got that mindset?
So let's correct something. Zimbabwe, amnamabasa in the formal sectors. That's the correct statement.
Okay.
But bottom line, usambofunga zvokuzidogadzira basa for 120, botangofunga rako iwewe. And even if you go outside Zimbabwe, akuna munhu ausvika unokuti here's the opportunity. No, it's actually a bit of work as well. And I want to botanga wanyepa ma certificates so that you can just go to the UK umondogeza vanota care work. Which is okay, we choose differently. But can I tell you something? I've had the privilege of touring with World Vision, some of the projects that are happening. And yesterday, we're somewhere very, very inspiring, where a group of women came together. They're doing a garden project, and they're making decent money from butternut, decent money from ginger, decent money from quite a number of agricultural products. And I told them something very simple. Right, mimi. And this is what we need to correct people. Use your rural land. Drill a bore. Usatenga iPhone 16. Usatora ma picture urombe phone in HD. Do something with what you already have. Use your rural home. Take advantage of the fact that une space ya mahara. Tanga huku, chengeta ma road runners. The moment we're able to go back to the basics and realize mari unotoita chero uri kunzvimbo kusina network, mari unotoita chero utori kunzvimbo isingazikanwi paGoogle, mari unotoita regardless of what people think. So this is one thing that we need to help each other. Qualification akanaka sterek. You know what I'm saying? Very important. Because it gives you certain level of access to certain things. But most importantly, when it comes to things like money, it's not always guaranteed to about a degree or about a marry. But the funny thing, you have to pay money for you to access a degree. So what I want to encourage people is let's go back to the basics. That is resourceful. And that's one of the biggest problems. Majority of us were not resourceful. I was inspired spending time with people who are doing chickens, massive chickens. And that's when I realized that the majority of the work that we need to do in Zim is a thinking issue. So you see, the general thinking on, hey, no, I'm so no one is coming.